Good afternoon.
Hey.
Welcome to United Fellowship Chapel, and let us start with an opening prayer. Mother, Father, God, we thank you for everyone gathered here now. We ask you for your divine protection and guidance through which we open ourselves to the wisdom within. And knowing we have this wisdom, we know we have the power to choose our thoughts, words, and actions to manifest only the highest and the best, and to live in harmony and balance with ourselves and everyone on our path. We give thanks for this time together today. Amen. We will read our invocation out loud together, so please, everyone on Zoom, please mute. All-knowing,
which are within us, hallowed be thy name. Ignite our understanding that we are eternal spiritual beings with the power to create happiness, health, and love in our lives. Ignite our understanding that our choices belong to us and are seeds that create our lives. Ignite forgiveness of self as we ignite forgiveness of others. We give thanks for the power and the glory of I am in all. Amen.
Amen. Breathe in and digest what we just prayed and take a moment of silence. Now we will read our affirmation together with lots of enthusiasm. I am that I am.
The living God, therefore I am free and all knowing. Ignite my soul with thy spirit, O God, I pray.
Now look at the right side of the program and you can see all that is coming up. We are thankful for Zoom as it continues to allow us to still be a part of the chapel no matter where we live. Some announcements for the week are the mediumship course starting Friday, August the 6th from 1 to 3. We have the metaphysical principles starting Saturday, September the 4th at 12. And this will be a weekly course. And you can go to the website to join at unitedfellowshipchapel.org. And then you can also go to the website to check out all the weekly classes. And every Thursday, Reverend David is available from 11 to 5 for readings or talking or anything. And then there's also self-realization class on Tuesday nights. And yeah, you can go to the website to sign up for any of those classes. So today I'd like to introduce our guest to do the healing meditation. Today it will be Reverend Ernestina Darling for the healing meditation. Thank you, Ernestina.
So it's now time to become quiet and making yourself comfortable in your seat. Concentrate on your breath. And as you breathe in through your nostrils, that which sustains you, as this breath moves gently in and around and through your body, it relaxes every part of your body. Just relax. And as you take in a deep breath, hold it for a few seconds, feeling the warmth energy of your breath coming into any part of your body that may be tense or tight, and releasing the discomfort with the exhale. As you take in another slow, deep breath, you release all of your thoughts, leaving your mind completely free. Just relax. As you listen now to the rhythm of your heart beating inside of you, steady and calm. As you listen to your heartbeat, You breathe in and out, matching that rhythm, and relax. Imagine now a path in front of you. And as you walk this path, you feel more and more relaxed and open, noticing all that is around you, the trees, flowers, the birds that are singing. You know this path will lead you to a magical place, a place where healing can take place. If you follow this path all the way up a mountaintop, you can see forever all around you. The magnificence of this special place brings excitement throughout your being. Nestled within the mountain is a temple where healing takes place. As you walk up the steps of this temple, you begin to sense or feel the feminine presence of someone coming closer to you. This beautiful, peaceful being is there to show you this temple. Her look as she gazes into your eyes is a look of compassion, of love, of complete tenderness. You feel completely safe and protected. She is there to be with you, to love you, and to show you how to activate your healing energy within you. She motions to you to follow her up the steps and into the temple. As you look around you, you notice everything that is around you, the floors, the walls, the doorways. But first, there is a special place she wants to show you. As you follow, you come upon the most beautiful pool of light. It illuminates the room. The fountain in the center activates the flow of this divine light. You are in awe as you look at your image reflecting in the pool of light. You see yourself with a kindness and love beyond anything you have ever felt. As you are standing next to this pool of light, you are given a beautiful gold goblet with which to drink the water from this pool of light. You bend down and dip this goblet into the pool of pure white light, bringing it up to your lips, anxious to feel its energy throughout your body. You drink this radiant water, feeling it as it touches every cell of your being, sending its healing energy throughout your body. A wave of well-being is washed over you, as if a new energy has begun flowing through your veins. Extremely grateful and humble for this wonderful experience, you know that you accomplish important healing work. As I leave you now for a few minutes, next to this pool of light, I will allow you time to receive and fully enjoy this experience. Relax and enjoy. It's time now to feel your presence in this room, remembering all that you've seen, felt, and heard. Back to the steps, back to the path leading down the mountain, knowing this place is always here for you, anytime you wish, just by closing your eyes and taking a few deep breaths. As you start to be aware of your body and the room around you, feeling refreshed and alert, whenever you are ready, you may open your eyes.
Thank you for the beautiful and relaxing meditation, Ernestina.
You're welcome.
Our speaker today will be Reverend David Miller. He will be talking to us about Ignitement. Awakening is our monthly topic today. We're looking forward to hearing what you will be sharing with us today, Reverend David.
Thank you, Sabine, and thank you, Reverend Ernestina, for that meditation. And good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
You know, when I've really understood what Ignitement was, you know, and how powerful it is that it reinforced the oneness that I am within me. And you know, the thing that I relate Ignitement with is a match. You know, when you strike that match as an action, and then it bursts and everything like this. It doesn't come from the outside to burst. It's inside what bursts and everything like this, you know. And as a metaphysician, you know, is that every thought you have and every word you have is actually igniting that thought and word. And one of the beauties of that, you know, you don't have to look around and where's that. All you gotta do is go to a mirror, and that tells you where it's at and everything, you know. And knowing the principles of the body and of the world that we live in and everything like this, you know, is that we have a part of our body that really ignites our energy, and that's the medulla. It's in the back of the head here. And what that does is that sends electrical impulses to the heart. And which in every impulse is every thought that you have. So, you know, when you're upset with yourself, or you're upset with someone else, but I have to correct that, because you don't get upset with anyone. The only one you get upset with is with yourself. Because what you see in other people, you see in yourself. That's quite an understanding and awakening within your own self to understand that, so that you don't carry grudges, because the only grudge you have is against yourself. And believe me, grudges are not a very pleasant place to be. It doesn't accomplish anything at all and everything like this. And you know, when I first started coming to the chapel and everything like this, and things are starting igniting within me, and I didn't know they were igniting, you know, and I had this wonderful idea that I could make a living at doing what I'm doing here, you know. And so where do all these ideas come from and everything like this, you know? And then the more I developed and the more I understood myself, is that I have done this before in other lifetimes. And so I'm acquiring the knowledge from the other lifetimes to put it into this lifetime. And you know, one of the things my teachers told me in the spirit world, you know, you just need to have more education. And so I went about and I did that, and I got more education. And if it wasn't for the spirit world, I would have never done it, because I did have no idea how I was going to get the money, because it takes money to get an education. I had no idea how I was going to do that. But the spirit world showed me a way, and I had to do this myself. I had to go to places, and every time I would go someplace, a new idea would ignite within me. And when I followed through those ideas, when I got done with the experiences, I had enough funds to get started in school. Back in 1971, you know, it didn't cost a lot to go to university. I thought it was $175 for a semester and everything. And now I was going on the GI Bill, and but the GI Bill doesn't start until you go to school and everything. So you had to pay yourself in there and everything. So I got there, then I started going, and then I was directed to do certain things, and I was actually directed to go to university to get information how to supply a program here at the chapel to develop people. And so I went into one area and I got to the point where I couldn't pass a course. My spelling really got to me, if I misspell things, they would mark it wrong, even though it was right and everything like this, So I went into a different. I went into philosophy and religious studies, and I was amazed at the information that I was looking at and how I could relate it to the chapel and put those things into the chapel with it. And so one of the things I also realized is, as you know, we have these ideas and we have these feelings of principles in our life and everything like this, is that it's one thing to know what the best thing to do is and everything like this, and what the right thing to do is and everything that, that sometimes the right thing is the dead thing to do. And literally, if you're in the middle of a crosswalk walking, you have the right of way. But if there's a tractor trailer coming out of speed, well, I have the right of way. I'm not going to move. And I see this quite a bit in life. They see the path to take and everything like this. But I'm right and everything like this. But also, you are dead. And so life is one of the most precious things in the world. And and when I mentioned the medulla, every thought that you have is an impulse. And that directly sends an impulses to the heart. And the heart is one of the most vital organs that we have. And you put your heart into things. And one of the symbols of the heart is love, and one of the most difficult things about love is that, everyone, they get all high and everything, oh, that's so wonderful and everything like this. And then I point out and I said, well, what happened with this experience? What was the cause of that? Well, that was so-and-so. What was that person in your life? Well, I love that person. And so a lot of the hurts in our life come from the love area and everything. And so when you use love, put the impulse of knowing the wisdom with it. And whatever the wisdom is, you're applying that wisdom with it, And sometimes when you're in love, it's important to give the person what they're going through, even though they may not like what they hear. That was one of the most difficult things I had to do with learning to be a chapel in a chapel, is to say something that they didn't like to hear, because I wanted everybody to like me and everything like this, which is kind of common as a human being. But I also found out if I didn't say the things that was important for them to hear, eventually it would catch up to me, and they say, "Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about," everything like this. And so the thing here is that the main thing that we teach here is to know thyself. And one of the first things that we get across in the psychic mediumship course is the changes that go on in your life, but also those changes are to get to know who you are. This is the main reason to develop, is to know who you are. And know that every effect that you have, you're the cause of that. And you can have all kinds of good ammunition and arguments and everything like this, but you are still the cause of your effects. No one else is responsible for that. And when you meet people for the first time, you're actually meeting yourself again. These are a few principles of enlightenment and awakening in there that once you understand that, you have a more pleasant life. And a pleasant life is the ability to walk down the street, to walk in and out places and feeling strong and confident, secure that you know who you are. And it doesn't always have to be that you have to point out what people are and all things like this. I go into places and I see people how they act and say, oh my goodness. And I was that way at one time. And I couldn't be still that way at one time, And so I'm not going to change it. I went about 20 some years in youth sports, and mostly with soccer. And then one year I decided to go to the Little League. The coach and I had a son in the Little League, so we went to the Little League meeting. And I had to get up in the middle of that, and I told the coach, I said, I got to get out of here. There's too much to fix here. And I wanted about ready to go try to fix that and everything. And that was knowing myself. I would have more sleepless nights how to fix this, and I didn't need to do that. And so, the main thing I want you to realize today is that every word that you say, you are igniting that word. Every person that you meet, you are igniting you. Everything you think about that person is going directly to that heart from the medulla and everything. So as you understand yourself, then you can be more freer with yourself. And the ability to develop your psychic ability is there. And developing your psychic ability is to get to know yourself. It's nice to know where you've been. That's one of the basic formulas for success, is to know where you are, is to know where you've been, is to know where you are, and know where you are is know where you're going. You're igniting that every day of your life. And we are awakening. And we have a class on Wednesday that is awakening. And everybody's welcome to that, And it's really amazing how the information that comes out of there are so closely related to each person, And we're starting up a mediumship course this Friday, and the things that develop during that is to know yourself. And by getting to know yourself, then you're able to define the information that comes from you. And one of the things I found is you get confidence and security with the information that because some of the things that we get psychically, it don't make any sense. But when you develop psychically, then it starts making sense to you, because then you know where you can direct it. Here again, though, who are you going to direct it to? There you go. Go to that mirror and say, hi there, I'm directing this to you. And it's interesting, developing of your clairvoyance and everything like this. When I first started coming in here, I would go to the mirror and I would look at myself. And some of the things that would happen to my face was amazing. I would get a beard, and I was 28 at that time, and it was all gray and everything. And then all of a sudden, a woman's face come on there and everything. I walked away then and said, well, I'm not ready for this. Well, it was telling me there was another part of me that's starting to emerge. So it took a little while to adjust to that. But during the development of your being, it is there. Thank you. It's telling me to be still. It's telling me.
About the singles information that you put online about being a quality lady in your area.
Well, I figure it's time that I said enough. I want you to know that every day you are awakening things, and you are in charge of that. Bless you.
Bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend David, for your talk today on Ignitement. And it's now time to do our love offering for the chapel service. For those of you on Zoom, if you would like to give a love offering, you can go to the chapel's website, unitedfellowshipchapel.org, and donate to donate. If you are present at the chapel today, you may do it here. Let's place our love offering and tithe in our hands and give it a blessing. Mother, Father, God, as we bring our offering to you freely and from the heart, we give back to you from the abundant blessings you have given us. Accept the gift we hold between our hands as a gift of worship to you. May the money that is collected be used for the chapel to bring more souls together to nurture us spiritually. Amen.
Amen. So we have it up here in front here.
Thank you. It's now time for our mediums to give messages. Today we have 10 mediums. Remember to speak clearly and loud so the medium can hear your vibration. Our first medium for today is Roberta. Please, 2 messages. Thank you.
I would be happy to. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yay.
Whew, Reverend Angie, may I come to you, please?
Yes, you may.
Reverend Angie, I'm seeing you surrounded by stars, and I have there's a message around creativity and following this great energy of creativity within you. There's just stars around you. It feels magical. It feels like alchemy, like something is brewing, something is happening. But Spirit is being very clear to show me what feels almost like a river of, like a river of intention that's just flowing through you. But it's very creative. It's bold. It's full of color, full of life. So strong. And so just falling back into that river anytime you may feel unsure about something and just trusting the rhythm of your own creativity. This is definitely taking you somewhere. And again, I just see stars and magic and it feels incredibly special. So many blessings, and I leave that with you. Okay. Sabine, may I come to you, please?
Yes, please.
Sabine, there is a very nurturing, feminine, grandmotherly energy or presence that's here with me now, and she is showing me you surrounded by gold. It's like a halo, but it's actually more like a locket, like she's placed you in this locket, and it feels very much like she's saying treasure. That you're her treasure, and you're within this beautiful locket that she holds very, very dear to her heart. She's also showing me you being, it feels like a tug of war or a push or a pull between 2 different things that may be happening in life for you now. And she shows me you as being this beautiful gazelle that just can go gracefully, effortlessly between these 2 areas. You just sort of bounce back and forth with ease. And she is basically there to let you know she's assisting you with that too, with that energy. She holds you dear to her heart. She says, again, you're her treasure, and to call upon her when you need her. And I leave that with you.
Thank you. Thank you, Roberta. Our next medium will be Rachel. Rachel, would you give 2 messages, please?
Sure. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good day.
Julie, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
So there are 2 animals with you right now. There's a rabbit and a squirrel. Squirrels are creatures of faith. They know where the nuts are. They know where their resources are, and they trust in that. And rabbits are all about digging deeper into the earth for groundedness and for deeper answers from within. These two messengers are within you and around you, and they are blessings of groundedness, peace, and trust. So trust in that and know that they're there for you. I leave that with you. Christine, may I come to you?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
There's a crystal for you to work with. It's sapphire, and sapphires are this very deep blue. And this deep blue is giving me this feeling of water. So there's a lot of emotion and water around you, and the sapphire is igniting that within you. And it's a call to look deeper in your emotions and then release them. Let them ebb and flow. Let them move. The sapphire is a crystal of movement, and it's about being in that flow. So be in that state of flow. And I leave that with you.
Thank you, Rachel. Our next medium will be Jennifer. Would you give 2 messages, please?
Yes, yes. Good day.
Hey.
Oh,
Aaron, may I come to you?
Please do.
Aaron, as I come into your presence this afternoon, I'm seeing a symbol of something lost. But this is the right time to find it. This is the time for you to go make it. It will come to you, but you need to take a little action. It will come to you. It's something you thought was gone out of your life, but it is going to reappear. But you do need to take some action sometime this week for it to come back to you. And it will serve you well when it is reunited with you. And I leave that with you.
Thank you.
Eileen, may I come to you?
Thank you.
Thank you. Eileen, as I come into your presence this afternoon, there is the symbol of air, which is lightness, a heaviness that you've been carrying is falling away, and it lifts you up. I'm getting this feeling of excitement as this lifting up happens. Allow it to shed from you, and you will experience this excitement and this anticipation for what is coming for you, to be with you. And I leave that with you.
Thank you.
thank you, Jennifer. Our next medium will be Kim Van Dessel. Kim, would you give 2 messages, please?
Yes, thank you. Reverend Michael, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
Okay, Reverend Michael, your guides are telling me that you have the ability to be reborn, that when you see a butterfly, they're asking that you just slow down and just enjoy the here, enjoy the now, and try not to always look what's coming next. Life is short, just like the lifespan of a butterfly. And so at each moment, try to enjoy enjoy this time. And also your guides want you to know that a loved one is also reaching out to you when you see these butterflies, when they're flying around. With that butterfly, they're trying to give you a message that they are okay. And just if you're outside, and a lot of times, as we all kind of just go about, we forget to take in nature. And if you look around a little bit more, you'll notice a butterfly, and maybe that butterfly is going to follow you or land near you. And kind of take notice of this, because it's spirit's way of letting you know that they are there. And as you go through many stages of life, just as a butterfly does, just remember what I'm hearing is just to really just to slow down, soak up everything. And that's my message for you.
Thank you.
Jackie, may I come to you?
Yes, thank you.
Jackie, I feel like you have something to celebrate. And it's like I see this puzzle and all the pieces are coming together. It's this puzzle is, you never kind of knew where everything would fit. Well, it's finally come together, and this is like a long overdue process that it's taken a lot of time and effort. And so I just see a celebration coming in the next few weeks with you. But remember, not only take care of yourself physically, but also mentally as well. That's just as important. And it's about gaining that confidence. And with confidence, you gain strength. And then, it just keeps falling. And it's really believing in yourself. So, but what I do see is just watch who you share your success with, because not everybody's always going to be happy for you. So someone may try and bring you down, but just remember what you did, how you got there, stay strong, and remember how you got that far. You're the reason, so stay true to you. And I leave that with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. Our next medium will be Aaron. Aaron, could you give 2 messages, please?
Certainly. Good afternoon.
Good
day.
Kim, may I come to you?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Kim. Kind of 2 things that I'm getting here. The first is like almost like a cartoony energy bar, like where I was kind of lower, and then all of a sudden it just goes, and it's like, the cartoon thermometer, and it like blows out the top because things just like got all built up. So that's a good thing, because it's going to give you the energy that you need, because they're showing me like this buildup has gotten you to the top of the hill, and it's going to give you a good momentum going down this one, but enough to go over these other ones and other challenges that are ahead of you. But they're good. It's like this energy buildup gives you almost like the top down and rolling through these challenges rather than like a struggle, so to speak. So this is good. This is a nice positive thing for you. And just remember through all of this to, stay grounded and stay focused and write. There's supposed to be some writing going on. So, because I see a notebook. So I'll leave that with you.
Thank you.
Let's see. Tim, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
All right, Tim. I see the symbol for wisdom and also relaxation, which tells me that Spirit is asking you to take a little time, a little quiet time for yourself, to analyze a situation, and you'll figure it out just by sitting in that quiet, and letting your thoughts and letting things kind of flow, and then it's just like kind of like a light bulb, sunshine. It's all figured out, and I'll leave that with you.
Thank you, Aaron.
Mhm.
Thank you, Aaron. Our next medium will be Leslie. Leslie, would you give 2 messages, please?
Certainly. Good afternoon.
Hey,
Jennifer, may I come to you, please?
yes, you're welcome.
Excellent. Jennifer, I'm really called to you today. I'm seeing an Ouroboros, which is a snake that folds its tail in its mouth, really coming full circle. So you've had some things, and now they're coming around again. And Spirit is saying that they will continue to come around again until you are ready to learn the lesson that you need to learn from this particular experience. That it will, that by digging in and being very uncomfortable with it and working through whatever is triggering you about this thing that continues to come back, will serve you in the long run, because it's just going to keep coming back. Sorry, not sorry. So Spirit is saying, is pointing it out to you, which is the obvious thing, and encouraging you to look at it and look at what it is that you can do to break a cycle that perhaps needs to be readdressed. And I did that with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. John David, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
Excellent. As I come to you today, I'm seeing the symbol for order and strength, and I feel like that Spirit is asking you to embody both of those things as you move into this next phase. There's some challenges that you are going to be totally ready to do and take over, but girding your loins, so to speak, and getting ready for it, and calling upon that strength and knowing that it's inside of you and it's nowhere else. And you can't call a friend to get the strength that you need, because it's all inside of you. And Spirit is giving you like high fives that you got this, dude. And it's just a matter of putting the ducks in a row for order, and then pulling in all your strength. And with those 2 tools and those 2 powers, things will be a lot easier. And I leave that with you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Leslie. Our next medium will be Reverend Ernestina. Would you give 2 messages, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Leslie, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
Leslie, as I come to your presence today, I'm being told music. And we all know that music has been a fantastic part of your life. And it has been a good provider for you and taken very good care of you. But the message I'm getting is back for, even if it's a couple hours or a couple of days, and breathing in all that energy and everything that you've received from music will bring you a different awareness of just looking at it in a different perspective. And in that process, by doing that, this will create an awareness that will actually help in your manifestation process, because at this time, you are actually in a very creative part of your life. And I believe that the message I'm getting is that stepping back, whether, like I said, for a couple hours, a few days, that will give you that awareness. And I leave that with you. Thank you. Reverend Angie, may I come to you? Okay. Reverend David, may I come to you?
Please do.
Reverend David, as I come into your presence today, what I see is it's like several hundred of your past students and people that you have taught from all this time you've been here on this lifetime, because we know you've actually taught more than this lifetime, are actually coming as it's like they're bringing you up healing, and they're bringing you what I actually see is what, almost like what you were talking about, that ignitement, lighting a match. And they're letting us all know that your message today about ignitement, you will continue to ignite that, not just for them, all of your past students, but any future students, as well as all of us. And we are all grateful. They're bringing in all of this as a message of thanksgiving to you. And we are all grateful. I'll leave that with you. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Ernestina.
You're welcome.
Our next medium will be Reverend Angie. Could you give 2 messages, please?
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Lucy, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
So Lucy, I'm seeing this ability to really logically be in that field, that it's a strong logic field. And what Spirit here is saying, it's time to just put the logic to the side and start being in that complete silence for long periods of time. It's saying you're going to get, you have always received messages, but in this time, at this space, it is really necessary for the next steps that are going to be happening for you to be more in the silence and allow the spirit world to communicate through you. And so that is your next step, is for the spirit world to communicate through you. And in those steps, knowing how to do the protection and whatnot. So I leave that with you. Blessings to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't have the list now. David Liston, may I come to you?
Yes, you may.
So David, I see patterns everywhere. Your system has patterns. You know exactly where to place things by a pattern lifestyle. Spirit here is saying you already know how to be in your system, into your knowledge of the ancients. And so the picture here is you in many, many, many different lives. And what they're addressing here is to start writing down what you do know, because through the patterns, you do see it. Sit there in the silence of your meditations, your long hour meditations that you do. Know that they're in that place. When you get finished, start writing those down, because those are going to be important for future things. Those are important for you, for others, for you and for others. And I'll leave that with you. Blessings to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Reverend Angie. Our next medium will be Reverend David. Reverend David, could you give 2 messages, please?
How many messages?
2 messages, please.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Rachel, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
Rachel, as I come into your presence today, I see the symbol of awakening. You know, as you're going through the cards and everything like this, you know, is that there's more information that's going to be coming to you. Also, is that there are some things you've got planned for this upcoming week. Don't get stuck on them, because you're going to get some information that will do something a little bit different, and it'll work out much more better for you. But I sense that some of the writings that you've done this week, go back over them again, because there's more information to give out, and you'll do it very nicely. I leave it with you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Reverend Christina,
Sitting,
huh?
sitting.
Then Roberta, go to her. Sabine, you have a message?
Yes, I do.
Yes, she did.
Everyone's had a message.
No, there's Roberta and Reverend Ernestina. There's 2 more left.
Ernestina, you had a message, didn't you? No? Okay, Reverend Ernestina.
Yes, please.
As I come into your presence today, there are some decisions to be made coming up here very shortly, and don't logically do them. Just do your intuition, and it'll work out good for you. And they'll pop in there real good for you too. I'll leave it with you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Roberta, may I come to you?
Yes, thank you.
You know, as I come into your presence today, I see some things that are sort of buggy, and I want you to know that that's not going to last. You're going to be seeing things straightening out very shortly. Just keep on doing what you're doing, and it'll straighten out. And I'll leave that with you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend David, and thank you all for your messages today. It's now time to sing Let There Be Love on the back of our program. For those on Zoom, please mute. All right.
Let there be love on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be love on earth, a love that was meant to be. With God as our knowing, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let love begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my song of love. To take each moment and live each moment in love eternally. Let there be love on earth, and let it begin with me.
Let us say our closing prayer. Mother, Father, God, we give thanks for your presence here today. And as we close this meeting and go back to our homes, we ask you to watch over, guide, and protect us on our paths so that the highest and the best will manifest for ourselves and those we meet on our paths. Thank you, everyone, and have a happy, healthy, and wealthy week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's my hand.
Thank
Thank you.
you, guys.